the fact that there's really not much to protect here for American workers. What member on this committee, being a father, a white, brings a child into the world so that they can go out in the fields of this country to pick the crops, to do dirty, back-breaking work? Because the only children that are out there are the children that accompany their parents to go out in the fields. It is one of the areas in the American labor force that we should all be striving to improve. We should be celebrating what no one else in America wants to do. And not simply saying to ourselves, because underlying all of this, of course, is we're giving them a chance. They have no opportunity where they come from, so we will bring them here to do the work that no one else but leave. You will never be welcome to be my neighbor, to be my friend, to join my community in any permanent way. Although you will be allowed to do the work, what line is it? Where are the protesters that say, give me those jobs? These are not jobs building cars. These are not jobs in the high-tech industry. These are not construction jobs. These are not plumbers and painters. These are people picking crops. Dirty, filthy, back-breaking work. Who in this room is going to write a letter to their congressman and say, how come I didn't get a job? To kneel for 8, 10, 12 hours a day in Salinas, California. Kneel so long that I am ashamed to bare my knees because of the deformity of picking those garlic. Have you been to the onion fields in southern Texas where the heat can go up to 120 degrees a day and they pick the onions? Have you been to Georgia, Alabama, and across this country? I invite anyone in this room to go where people have to harvest the crops. And what do we say to them, Mr. Chairman? What we say to them is, well, you know, we don't want to disrupt our farmers. But the farmers have said to us, we want to make a bargain with our workers. Why is it that the Congress of the United States, with so much that we have to do, the farmers of all across this country, all of them, have come together and have said, we want to treat our workers well? Why would the Congress of the United States want to get itself involved in an agreement between the private sector? I thought we wanted less government. But in this case, what we are doing is saying to the private sector, we know better. Really, we know better than the farmers? The owners? And let's be very, very clear. When we say that they need to leave, it's because there is no guarantee, Mr. Chairman, in this bill. There is no guarantee that I have been here 10, 15, 20 years, that I leave behind my home, my community, my family, and then I have to leave. I have to leave for 3 months. But we all know that the bill doesn't say I get to come back. Let's not kid ourselves. The bill says I have to be basically, I have to almost be a slave because my future is dependent, because I have no rights than any other American worker. Why can't we treat them like the rest of American workers that have rights to go from employer to employer? No, they said, if your employer doesn't ask for you, you don't have a job. Really? That's the American way. That kind of indentured servitude is not the kind of policy, labor policy, that we need in this country. Lastly, Mr. Chairman, we had ample testimony here. Please refute the fact that the crops that are picked in the United States of America are picked by foreign hands because hands of those of us born in this country refuse to pick them, don't want to pick them. That isn't what I want my children and my children's children to do. But someone's got to do it. Let's celebrate those who would come and do so much to strengthen our nation, especially when it comes to the security of our food. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Sure, thanks, gentlemen. We have time for one.